Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Leading the life of extreme awareness is called as spiritual practice. When we are extremely aware, not tense, we are extremely aware about everything in and around us, that extreme awareness, when it is a matter of course in our life, such a seeker is called as a very sincere seeker. To bring this extreme awareness as a part of our life, what is required is Sama Dama Danda Bheda. First of all, we tell children in a decent language, Beta, you should study well. Now, if he doesn't listen, then give him chocolate. So, with the chocolate also, if he doesn't listen, giving chocolate is failure, then give danda. And if that also doesn't suffice, then bheda. Tell him in clear terms, which means business. Why our children don't listen to us? Because we have never meant what we have said. The same practice comes in our spiritual life when we want to walk the spiritual path. Therefore, our scriptures have all these techniques. Sama Dama Danda Bheda. So we are told that you are miserable only because you have forgotten the God. Forgetfulness of the Lord is equivalent to the misery of the Jiva. The more we remember the Supreme, lesser we will be miserable. So, if you are miserable only because you are not remembering the Lord. No, sir, we remember the Lord all the time. The Lord is tired of us. Okay. This method did not work. Sama. Then Dama. Dama means money. So, our scriptures tell that if you lead a righteous life, you will go to heavens. Why should I go to heavens? What do you want ultimately? Lots of enjoyment, isn't it? You will get all those enjoyments which you can't even imagine. Ye kama durlabha martya loke. Those desires which you can't even imagine in this Mrityulok, all those you will get it. Come on, lead a righteous life, conduct yajna, sama, dama. If that is also not listened by us, then danda. If you do this, there are 28 varieties of hell. Select yourself. And we are not short of place. Any number of people can be accommodated. So, Sama, Dama, Danda. And the fourth is Bheda. Bheda means secret. Now, the secret is told here in our Bhagavad Mahapuran. First, through the dialogue between these Yamadutas and the Vishnudutas. Thank God there is no Rajdut. ambassadors, they would have created more confusion. So, the Yamadutas tell that every faculty of ours is presided over by the respective devata. And those respective devatas, they are upadrashta. Upadrashta means they are watching us every moment. So Surya Bhagwan is watching us, what we are seeing, how we are seeing. Dik Devata is watching us, what we are hearing and what we should not hear. He is not telling anything, just watching. Now just imagine, if we become aware of this fact, for example, this is just an example, that you are all aware that you are sitting in the temple. Okay? You are all aware that you are sitting in the temple, and therefore you will not think of sleeping. Isn't it? Otherwise, while sitting itself, one can understand in meditation. Isn't it? So why you are not sleeping here in the temple? Such a nice, clean place, breeze. Nobody to tell you to get up. Shoes is already fixed there. Isn't it? So why you don't sleep? Because you are aware that I am watching you. So when you become aware of this fact, that somebody is constantly observing us, our behavior is bound to be decent. Why we go wrong? Because we have that notion, nobody is watching me. One more puppet. Isn't it? There were two students who approached a teacher, and they were studying with that teacher. After a few days, the teacher says, I will take examination. Saturday, I will take examination. And those two teachers, the students were given the same question paper. The question paper was a rasgulla. When are we going to get? Forget about it. Okay. So, they were given one rasgulla each, and they were told, in the original story something bad is there, therefore I don't want to tell that. I have modified my version, sweet version. Because Vedanta is sweet, Madhura Vedanta, smiling Vedanta, and not a frustrated Vedanta or a dehydrated Vedanta, Shushka Vedanta, no. So, those two disciples were given two rasgullas, one per head, and told, kindly go away and eat it where nobody is observing you. And after you eat, come back. So, a smart disciple went and just looked here and there. And, sir, I have come. I ate the rasgulla when nobody was looking. And then he thought, I am really smart. And the other disciple, he took 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 hours, one day. Ultimately, he could not eat it. And he came, sir, take your rasgulla back. Why you have not eaten? No, I could not find a single place in this world when nobody was observing. How come? He said, whenever I was eating, I was observing myself. See the subtleness of what is called as awareness. So when we become aware of this fact that it is not only ashtakam, like we have got in cricket shatakam, in spirituality ashtakam, Sri Chinmayam Guruvaram Hridibhavayami. The very utterance of this word should give us a direct, immediate, instantaneous experience that the teacher is with us and not outer bhavayami, hrudi bhavayami. So wherever you go, your heart is with you. You may forget your paper, pen, pencil and head. Heart you cannot. Isn't it? So when we become extremely aware that our teacher is observing us, that the Lord is taking care of us, if this takes place, the result is, there will not be daina bhav. What is that dinata, heenata? Heenata is, oh Lord, I don't have this, I don't have that. Go on constantly crying. What He has given, that we have forgotten. And only we are teasing the Lord. Do you know what are your mistakes in creating me? First, you created me. Isn't it? You know, it is like a child who for the first time loses his first tooth. So that time, where the tongue goes, not where the teeth are. Where the tooth is not, there the tongue goes. In the same manner. What the Lord has not given us, that alone our tongue goes and tells the Lord, oh Lord, you have given me everything, but why not that? And why me? Why not my neighbor? And this happens, we are most disgraceful. We have not appreciated the divine gift. First. Second thing, if we become aware intensely of the divine presence in us, then second thing what happens is, there is no deenata. Deenata means an emotion in the mind wherein we are all the time seeking sympathy right from mosquito to everyone. And a person who has got this deenata on his face is all the... Where the prakash from your face has gone, fuse. Look here. If we are the children of the Supreme Lord, and if the same Lord is existing in our heart in the form of our Guru, what is there to be frustrated and depressed and dejected? What is going to happen to me? Nothing has happened so far. Nothing will happen hereafter. Isn't it? So to make us aware of this fact, Yamadutas tell that when the jiva is living in this life, in this particular body, he is doing good or bad actions. And all the different gods in the form of Sakshi, there is a battalion of Sakshis. And every faculty, when it is operating, immediately noted down. And like that foolish disciple, we see nobody has seen. And just eat away. But every small little action, every small little emotion, every isolated thought is recorded and reported to the Gabriel. The earlier days, the Gabriel used to have a very big book. Now he has got a PC. Everywhere there is change. Otherwise, such a big queue, and then he will lift that huge page and find out, now recall memory. Fit for donkey. He doesn't have to waste even one moment. Immediately the data is simultaneously calculated and result is given. Isn't it? So, when the jiva goes before the Lord, Yamaraj, everything is calculated. And this is how we should not imagine that when we are leading our life, nobody is observing us. All of you have visited our Swamiji's kutia at least once. There, you must have read also something when you enter the door. Swamiji lives here. Don't imagine that we are here leading a life of orphans. No. But we are not able to see. Chasma thik kar lo. We are not able to see. And when we become aware of this fact, then you will see there won't be tension, there won't be frustration, there won't be a doubt in our mind that whether we are taken by the right direction to the Supreme or not. There won't be a doubt in our mind whether we will be able to achieve or not. Doubts come when the devotion departs. If we have got full devotion to the teacher, supreme faith in the Lord, there can never be any doubt in the heart. So, after having given this principle, why this Yamaraj told this Smarta Dharma? So how we started? In our life, there are 4 techniques by which the scriptures try to help us. So, Samadama Danda Bheda. Bheda means secret. So here is the secret given. That when we consider ourselves to be Jiva and we are leading our life, let us become extremely aware. See, in Yoga Marga, this is one of the methods of meditation. Intensely aware about ourselves is meditation. Now that intense awareness doesn't mean biting the teeth and holding the hand. Intense awareness, no. That is intense tension. Isn't it? See, those musicians who really bring out music, when they are playing, let us say, sitar or any instrument, or when they are singing, they are so extremely aware with the tala swara, but there is not even an iota of tension on them. Tension-free alertness is called as extreme awareness. And when we are thus extremely aware, then alone we can have the glimpses of divinity. Therefore, our scriptures tell that if you are not leading a life of awareness, somehow living. Why are you living? Marna nahi aata. I can't even die. Therefore I am living. Okay, live. Because this fellow can't even die properly. There is no life in his death. So, when we are to be told, lead an extremely aware life, this dialogue of Yamaraj, messengers talking to the Vishnu Dutas. Up to here we have seen yesterday. Today we have got a different angle to look at the same principle. Now, these Vishnu Dutas, they say, don't you know? You are talking about the Smarta Dharma. But there is something more higher than the Smarta Dharma. What is that? That is called as Bhagavata Dharma. Now see, in Smarta Dharma, where cause and effect, where karma the cause and karma phala the effect, is the order of discipline. So there, the karma is considered as more powerful in awarding the results. And therefore, such people who are having this cause and effect entanglement in their intellect, they all the time get lost only in whys and hows. How's that? Acha hai. I remember once I was playing cricket with the children. So, when I was playing, they bowled LBW ho gaya. Before that, one child, they know how to say, how's that? Theek hai. Isn't it? So, these Vishnu Dutas told that we are not talking about the karma which is at the disposal of the jiva who can determine the karma phala that he is going to get. So in the smarta dharma, karma is important, the action of the jiva is important, and the kartrutva abhiman is important. Three things. But when we talk of Bhagavad Dharma, in Bhagavad Dharma, the Lord is important, Lord's will is important, and whatever He does is okay. Now see, the karma and importance of the jiva and the right and wrong cause and effect, all these things is totally nullified in the Bhagavad Dharma. Therefore, in case of karma marga, the individuality becomes stronger. And how the individuality becomes stronger? Stronger the individuality, more miserable we are. How come? How we become miserable? We become miserable, first of all, we have got a habit of becoming miserable. How we become miserable? This point I told you earlier also, again today it is coming, so I will tell you. We are simultaneously the children as well as parents if we are married. So nobody is miserable on account of their parents. And nobody is happy on account of their children. Isn't it? Now when we take our parents, so we have accepted our parents as they are. There is no choice. Accept and be happy. Or accept and be miserable. But accept you have to. Except in USA, there you can divorce your parents. It is an awfully improved or developed country. There are different countries. The developed countries, developing countries, underdeveloped countries, never developing country. Similarly, there is another country called as awfully developed country. Freedom. So, when we as parents become miserable because of our children, the only reason is we have no devotion in our heart, and we imagine that we can chalk out the total destiny of our children. We can't even chalk out what should be the menu for the evening. Isn't it? And we want to chalk out the destiny of the children. And it will never happen. So as long as this notion is in our mind, that I am doing this, I have done this thing, I have to do, this is my duty, then suffer. Nobody can help you. Therefore, up to a particular limit, our scripture tells, yes, we should have duty orientation lifestyle. But after some time, the duty orientation must be converted into devotion orientation. So, the dharma which was given by the Yamadutas was the duty-oriented karma kanda, where the individuality is strong. It is bound by do's and don'ts. It is something like, I say that I have never been caught by a traffic police. How come? Don't you go on the road? I go. Why? But I never drive any vehicle. So when I never drive a vehicle, even if I sit in a car and the driver commits a mistake, the police will not come to me. Babaji, nigalo. Isn't it? No. Because I am not a kartrutva abhimani, a doer. So when I am not the doer of an karma, no rule can bind me. So how do we get out of these do's and don'ts in our life? Only one method. Give up kartrutva abhiman. How to give up the kartrutva abhiman? Surrender the individuality. And when we surrender the individuality, we have graduated from the lower lifestyle of duty orientation to the higher lifestyle as devotion orientation. Therefore, this Bhagavad Dharma has importance of Bhagavan. And he is the whole and soul. Not the soul with a hole. Kartum akartum anyatha kartum. The Lord can do anything. Nobody can object or question him. Like, Parikshitji will ask question. When this Shishupal was abusing Bhagwan Sri Krishna, others were worried. But Bhagwan was not worried. He was remembering his childhood. अरे ये गाली तो खाई नहीं थी. Because Bhagwan was living in Gokul, Vrindavan, Vrajabhumi. Now also you go there, there are very different kinds of abuses. And they give such wonderful galis that the one who is eating, he also feels fulfilled. And the one who gives, he also feels, kuch to bhi diya hai. And therefore Bhagwan had that, habit, childhood habit. Abusing as well as receiving the abuses. Therefore in Bhagavad Gita there are 108 abuses. Find out. Homework. So, when Bhagwan was very comfortably abusing Arjuna, Mudha, Kliba, Klaibya. So, when this Shishupal was abusing, so Bhagwan was feeling comfortable. कई दिनों से मिला ही नहीं था. So he was receiving one by one, one by one, one by one. And when the century was over, then he must be clean bowled. And therefore his head was chopped. And then that Jiva, Shishupal, he merges in the Lord. On this, Parikshit asked a question. When he was such a criminal and he has done so many bad things, he has abused the Lord, how come he has absorbed in himself? Who are you to ask? I remember once somebody asked me about Swamiji. See, that person was talking so bad about Swamiji. But why Swamiji gives him so much of lift? I said, who are you to ask? That total freedom is with the Supreme. Like we see in Bhagavad, again we will see, when Bhagwan Krishna goes to that dhobi, he gives left and right. And then that Kubja, who was serving that Kamsa, and out of fun, Bhagwan tells, oh, most beautiful lady on the earth. And she is, many places, crooked, born crooked, hunchback and all kind of things. So, she was so happy, at least somebody has called her beautiful. Then, she tells she had that chandan in her hand, so take this chandan. And Bhagwan just puts his feet on her feet and holds her toddy. She doesn't have a dadi. So holds the chin and straight away pulls her. Cut. She becomes straight and most beautiful. But why she has been done like this thing? Who are you to ask? See? This is Bhagavad Dharma. There is no rule and regulation. Surrender yourself at the feet of the Lord. He will take care of you. We don't have to keep the hisab. See, when Bhagwan gives, as it is said in Hindi, जब भगवान देता है तो छप्पर फाड़ के देता है. And when we give ATG, how much? 221, 51, count, isn't it? So when the Lord gives, He gives totally. Therefore, O Yamadutas, you don't know what is Bhagavad Dharma? And what Bhagavad Dharma this fellow has done? Yamadutas watch. They ask, don't you know, just before dying, he called Narayan, come. Hey, he called his son. So, these Vishnu Duta says, what is the age of that son? 10 years. This name is patented by our boss. That name Narayan is a patent of the Lord. Even before that useless child was born, this name was existing. And therefore, the Lord has all the right to reply to that phone, which is Narayan, yes, present. And therefore, He has called, and therefore Lord has asked us to say, go, so we have come. Now, the question is, if we take the Lord's name as He has taken just before dying once, enough, why waste the whole life? Isn't it? But the technical point is, chanting the Lord's name and the death, in between, there should not be any other thought. This is the criteria. Because according to the last thought, our next life takes place. So suppose you have said, Om Namah Shivaya. Arey, mara nahi kya? Not died? Then try again. So go on chanting the Lord's name till you die. So how will you know that after this particular name you have chanted, you are going to die? And therefore the only way is go on chanting. Suppose you say Om Namah Shivaya. Nimra phir Om Namah Shivaya. Nahi, Om Namah Shivaya. See, the whole life will be different, Mahatma. So, when it is said here, what Ajamil has done, then after he chanted the Lord's name, Narayan, Narayan, come, and died. So in between there was no thought. And therefore the Vishnu Parshad has come. We may say, Narayan, Narayan, nahi mara, chai le na. Get me a cup of tea. Isn't it? So next life you will be born as a tea plant. Forget about chai. Tea plant. Isn't it? Therefore, what is required is this Lord's name, when you take, whether you know the meaning or not, the Lord knows His meaning. Isn't it? And important thing, who doesn't like his own name? Everybody likes. So also the Lord likes. So when we take the Lord's name, भगवान gives special attention. चलो अपने को बुलाता है, अपना ही लगता है. That's it. And therefore, Lord's name can take us out of all the problems. Now, this path of devotion does not depend on the do's and don'ts, right or wrong. It is a path of favor and therefore most favorable for all of us. So we don't go and demand justice from the Lord. Bhagwan, ab tum hi nirnay karo. Oh Lord, now you decide. Bhagwan will say, I know already. As regards decision is concerned, eternal hell. But if you come as a devotee, that in spite of all that I have, oh Lord, I surrender to thee. Never mind, come on. Therefore, this path of devotion is inaugurated in our life by the most simple technique of chanting the Lord's name incessantly. Go on, chant, don't bother. आज के मंगल हनुमान जी की. But now I am in South India. South India में हनुमान जी. Don't bother. Whatever Lord's name goes on coming, go ahead. Incessant chanting of the Lord's name, then you will see all dissimilar thoughts will be erased. And thereafter, you will start getting the joy from within. Those who do not like chanting Lord's name, they have got mental acidity. Those who have got acidity, they have got, kind of that, I don't know what's wrong, I'm feeling very uneasy. The mouth has become so bitter. Why? Acidity. Similarly, this mental acidity patients. What is there in the Lord's name? Ram, 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 Ram. Kya hua? At least those 4 times you have not spoken bad things. That is what has happened. Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna.
Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri